Right, I'm doing a sound test. I'm going to see if you can hear it. I'm going to go back up there and then play it back. And if I can hear it up there, then I know it's working. So let's give it a go. Hopefully I've cracked it. Right, hello, I'm mic'd up. I've got it all sorted. I did this video the other day, but I didn't have the correct microphone attachment on and the wind was blowing straight through it. So I had kind of lost that, so I've got to do it again. But what you can see is that I did verticut it. Now what I'll do is now I'll upload just a photo of what I'd done in terms of the after effect of the verticut. I've got a time lapse to show you of me doing it, and then I did some close-ups of the grooves up close, which I'll have to just show you the photo of, because again the sound quality was just so pathetic, but I just didn't know what was happening until I edited it, so it kind of got lost. But you can still see the grooves. Now what we're trying to do was, well, what we did do was we got the Scarifying out. I don't have the L Verticutter yet because it's out of stock, so I used the Scarifying as a Verticutter and just did it on one of the higher settings. Now all we're trying to do is just brush the surface of the soil with the end of the Scarifying. We're not going into the soil, we're just literally just caressing it just to break up any side growth and get rid of some of these twigs and bring them up to the surface, and all those seed things, the pods that dropped off that, bring them to the surface so we can hoover them up with the rotary and then go over it with a cylinder. And then it needed a bit of water, so the customer's done that. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go over it with the rotary again, just to pick up all the twigs and that, 'cause it's been quite windy since. And then I'll go over it with the cylinder, and we should have a nice appearance today with a double cut. And now the Scarifying also acts as a aerator as well, because what we do is we create loads of little grooves through the grass, and that just thins it out a little bit, separates it, stands it all up on edge so the wind can blow right through. And in a garden like this, which is in the wind a lot, that is almost as good as an aeration for me. So as you know, I don't really believe in doing loads of aeration work. So yeah, so I'm going to get my mowers out and then we'll see how it looks after. Right, now I'm going to spray some product. I'm going to spray Bio Boost and Galactic on there. But what I want to do is I just want to talk you through a quick way. I can't show you completely today because I just haven't got time. I've just done so much running around. I had to go and get the turf cutter for tomorrow's job, at Steve's job, lifting that. So the easiest way to calibrate your sprayer so you can spray accurately and without having leftovers or not doing enough liquid in the tank is, first of all, fill the tank with more than you think you're going to need. So if you've got a backpack sprayer and you normally use half, then just fill it with a bit more than half. Then spray the lawn just with water, making sure that your walking speed is taken note of, so that when you go back on in a sec, you're walking the same and you should be okay. So what you do is fill the tank or whatever, 3/4, whatever you think, spray the lawn, come back, see what you've got left in the tank, right? Empty that out, or empty into a bucket and then reuse it. Deduct what you've got left off what you started with, and that will give you the amount of water that you've used, okay? So say for example you've got 5 litres of water needed. What you'll do then is deduct off the amount of product you're going to use off that 5 litres. So if you've got half a litre of product or 200 mils, let's just say 500 mils for this exercise, deduct another 500 mils of water out of the tank, leaving you 4.5 litres, and then add your 500 mils of product, and that gives you your 5 litres that you need. And then doing exactly the same as what you did before when you were spraying the lawn, just walk over at the same rate, the same height with your lance, and then hopefully by the time you finish you'll have ran out just in the right amount of time. Also, if you don't have stripes like I have to go off, you could spray the patio with the water first, but make sure there's no iron in there or anything like that. So don't do it with galactic green in the tank. And then measure what your swath of the thing is, and then you can always set canes up to that measurement, if you know what I mean. So if your spray hits the floor and it's 50 centimetres, you know that when you're walking on the lawn you can set it at that height in terms of where you feel it is on where you, with your wrist. Set your canes up at half a metre apart, and then walk at the other end as well, and then walk cane to cane, and you'll get accurate application as well. So just a small tip. Next time I'm doing a job like this, I'll do it properly and show you, but just for today, just while I'm thinking about it, that's how you do it in brief. So hopefully you've made sense of that. If you haven't, just message me on YouTube and I'll try and explain myself a bit better. So let's get this on, and then next week, beautiful. Right, so I've just sprayed. I know that lawn uses 4 litres of water, and I've got a pretty accurate spraying rate. I had a tiny little bit left in the tank, which is neither here nor there. It'll just get mixed in with the next job, because that's a similar mix that I'm putting on. So yeah, looking good. Next week, when that galactic kicks in, it's going to be even more special. And we're getting towards mid-June now, where the sun's at its highest. Like, is it June 22nd, the equinox? So that's when you can get the really, really nice pictures. In fact, it's a year today that I took the picture that is now used as my kind of trademark logo, which is me kneeling down with the cheesy grin. That was today, last year. So that's gone quick, Christ. So yeah, so let's just get you some multiple angles for you. I know you like your angles of the stripes. That looks beautiful. You know, I just think 5 or 6 weeks ago I was tearing my hair out, and now I'm loving it, absolutely loving it. Look at that. What a garden this is. What an absolute pleasure to be in. It's just got look at those views in the distance. Looks like I don't know, like one of Graham Baxter's paintings. I don't know if you can see, but that's Winter Hill in the background, the famous TV mast. I don't think you can see. I don't know if you've ever heard of Rivington Pike, all the subscribers over the rest of the world, but that's just over there somewhere. That's quite famous as well. But yeah, what a joy that is. Look at that. Should we have a trek on? I can't go on because I've just sprayed, but let's have a trip to the edge. I want to show you something else as well. We have a resident bee's nest. How do you like that? Let's do it from this angle. Might be a better angle that, because the sun's shining from this behind me, so the stripes might be more defined. But yeah, come on, you can do it. Jack, Scarify, Jack's magic. Obviously, Jack's magic. Rigby Taylor feed or ICL, whichever you want. The Rigby Taylor stuff, the polymer isn't as good, so it does grow very, very quick. So I'll be turning down the old spin dial on my Scott spreader from 29 to about 24, I think, in future, because it's yeah, don't make the same mistake I did, or else you'll be out there every day. But yeah, what I want to show you is this bee's nest over here. These things are coming out into flower, the peonies. What a border that is over there. What a lovely, lovely garden. Nice bee's nest. This is, I think it's like a dove. Is it a dove box, this? Is that what it's for? Not entirely sure, but it's now got hundreds of bees in it. We're not going to kill it or anything like that, so don't worry about that. With that, this is beautiful. And when it's gone in a few weeks, we're going to take the lid off and see what they've left behind, and see what honeycomb structure is like inside. I've never seen a bee's nest, actually. I've only ever seen wasps' nests. So that will be interesting to see if we can get in there. Hopefully we can. But I won't be doing it whilst it's like that, I can guarantee you. Because bee stings hurt. If you've never been stung by a bee, once I had a bee chase me about 100 metres because I lifted up a load of newspaper under a shed, and I thought it was just a newspaper, but it was a bee's nest. And one popped out and it chased me, like I say, for about 100 metres, no word of a lie, went up my t-shirt, stung me under the armpit. I was crying. That was 2004, and I was crying in somebody's garden because it was hurting that much. So you know, if you want to see a grown man cry, sting him with a bee under the armpit. But look at that. Take my mind off that with that. What do you reckon? Can you do it? I think you can. All you need is just cutting, and the magical product, Stellar Bio Boost. Getting some good reviews, lots of people getting in touch saying it's turned the lawn around. It can turn yours around as well, so why not give it a whirl? And sorry to everybody who I've let down this week, getting the postcode wrong. Matthew Longman, very sorry. Shout out for you. And Rob Parlett as well, sorry about that. Will get better, but I think I'm doing too much really, and I'm making a few errors, but hopefully as I get these jobs under control and that, I can concentrate on what I'm doing and not make these daft errors. So just bear with me. I'm trying my best to please everybody with various things, and I will get it wrong occasionally, so sorry to all those that I have. So I'm off to my next job, and then off to Charlie, and then off to the sheep job to catch up on that and see if it's any better this week. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully it'll be a bit greener, so tune in.